Day 27. Woo! Let's do some cleaning. Not that I know that I've been saying I'm gonna try and clean my room so that I did do a room tour before I'm wrapping this challenge up. But didn't think about it. You're gonna come along with me. Yay! So much fun. First, I gotta clean the floor here. This I want to put over yonder way over here so that I can have the PS4 and the PS3 hooked up at the same time. All I need to do that currently is an HDMI cord, because PS3 is a lot tree like that. But I say that because I got a power cord for this one, but I'm obviously not going to be playing the PS4 and the PS3 all at the same time. That just wouldn't make sense. So if I have a HDMI cord going to the TV instead of another cord taking up more space down to my power bar, rather than just reusing this cord and then switching the HDMI ports and then having to unplug that. Yeah, you guys understand. Cool. We're gonna go down to, well, actually, I'm gonna check up here first. Where's my mug? Getting distracted. I feel like this is what happens every time I try to go and clean my room. In this bin, looking for HDMI ports. That is an AV cord, not what I'm looking for. I'm seeing a whole lot of nothing when it comes to HDMI cords in here. There's an old iPod. That's something. There's my 7 I gotta fix. Yeah, eventually. 6 pluses. Woo! Let's go to the podcast setup. Okay, we are down in the podcast setup now. Hi, kitty. In this bin, I'm pretty sure there's a short one, but then again, I don't think it needs to be long either. I'm gonna turn some light on in here. That way I can actually see what I'm doing. This is my grandmother's old cat. She lives in my basement now. She's blind and can't hear, but it's okay. Meanwhile, what I'm looking for. Actually, I am gonna bring these up. I need these for my table coasters. This is how many cords it takes to do a podcast setup. Okay, it's ridiculous. Backup microphone. Hello. Am I invading your space on my couch? I didn't mean to do that. Gotta find the HDMI cord. Yes, hello. She's probably confused of all the noise that if she can hear. Yes, I found the HDMI cord. Now, back upstairs I go. I'm now back up here. Gotta cut these zip ties off of this. I never learned my lesson, and I put more than one zip tie on everything, and just don't do that, and then you learn your lesson. That did absolutely nothing. Oh, there we go. You probably saw none of that. Okay, I think I gotta put you on a tripod. This vlog is longer than some of the other ones I've done recently. Already. Which is actually good. So she does like that. Flip the camera around and you're gonna watch me this way. Luckily I think the HDMI port is, the other one is on the side of this TV, which, if you don't know, if you never really mess with TVs, my grandfather said, if you never mess with TVs, it's a blessing when it's on the side. I got her plugged in. I gotta feed it down through now. Which sometimes, I'm thinking this will be long enough. Oh. That might be just long enough. Okay, where did I put the PSG? Oh, right there. Perfect. Got it all hooked up. Yes, it's going to have to be in the back like this, because look at the tension already on that HDMI cord, because it's short, but it will work. And then when I want to use it, I'm going to unplug the cord from said PS4 and plug it into the back of that. Actually, no, never mind. Then I'm going to put the PS1, that is the PS4. I don't have a PS2, which is lame. PS4 games. Stay there. Turn that off. I'm going to put it on top of the Wii for looks, just like this Wii. This Wii is for looks. I don't have a controller for this. Which, when it comes to using it, this is the exact opposite of helpful. Look at that, just for looks. I could put it someplace. I like that. It's gonna stay like that. Turtle Beach and Why are PS4 headphones or PlayStation headphones like literally dollar store? Can somebody explain to me why these? Honestly, they're just not right at all. Put those here, because I'm probably never gonna use them. Put this on top. And because Turtle Beach cords are so short, they come with these things. Here, let me get the lighting so you can see. The problem with this, though, is that it makes it 1,000,000 miles long. If you can't tell. You could also get something like this, which also makes it 1,000,000 miles long. Where you put your aux cord or headphone jack into there, 3.5 millimeter. And then it comes out with another 3.5 millimeter. And it extends. Yeah. This is an old Radio Shack cord. I don't know even where I got it, but actually I think I got it with a bunch of pins. Alright, that's one section. The Wii cords, I'm honestly just gonna Wii cords. I was thinking. Oh, yeah, that thing. The Wii stand cords and everything. I'm gonna go off to the side here. I'll set the Wii up eventually. I got this Wii from my grandfather. I'm talking about Wii's. This is the 25th anniversary, or it's something like that. 25 sounds an awful lot. It's something anniversary. I got that one from my grandfather, and it came with red controllers. It says Wii. I don't even know. Yeah, Wii. So I do have a Wii set up here. So I don't really have to worry. I have two Wii's, I guess. I gotta go back downstairs. I put all my duplicate movies down in my basement. If you ever want to watch them. These are all new movies I haven't put in my collection yet, but I wanted to get them off the floor. So they're not even organized in alphabetical or nothing. Alphabetical starts here. And there are all those Wii games and all that. I'm starting the room tour before I'm even done cleaning. Gotta not do that. Back downstairs I go. Back downstairs again. I turn the light on again. Kitty? And all my extra movies. Ooh, what's that lag going on? All my extra movies go down here. Although this is a special edition and it's cool, I have the movie on Blu-ray. So, I mean, when am I ever really going to watch the DVD if I have the Blu-ray? I got a replacement for my DVD of The Social Network. It has the same case, but it has a better slipcover, because the slipcover is garbage. So they're going to go on top of that stack over here. I got a bunch of discs in here and in here too. Hi. You act like you know that the camera's there. Anyway, back upstairs. Back up here again with the PS3 controller. On the PS3, that's actually a wireless controller, which I didn't know until like recently. Trying to think of where I want to put these games. Given the fact I don't know how often that PS3 is going to be used currently. I'm going to do this number. Booyah. I think I'm pretty much ready to start the room tour. Yeah. We're going to start right over here. So, I have two different... Come on. Sorry, I'm messing with the tripod. It's giving me troubles. So I have two different modern day record players. Yes, model cars. Two different modern day record players. And these are all my records. I have some more, but these ones, there's some popular ones in there, but they're mostly just random, which is fine with me. Here's a band you guys kind of just saw. It has random tech items in there. I'll chuck things in bins if I don't have a good place for them. If you didn't know, Top Gun Maverick, I kind of love that movie. And if you didn't know recently that I love Christopher Nolan, now you do, even more. And a really old review on my channel, Birds of Prey, which a movie I thought was okay. I got these posters for free. Figured I'd put them up anyway. If you guys never noticed, which is kind of hard to not, I love Fords. And we got this one from Myrtle Beach, and my dad imprinted that on the bottom from 2022. They also went this year. But yeah, Dunkirk. Here's my bookshelf. I have, some books I like and stuff. I'm actually run out of room to put the books I want to put up there. Here's The Irishman, or the book they call I Heard You Paint Houses. Because The Irishman is one of my favorite movies of all time. But I run out of room. I saw the word war and I said it. But yeah, I also got some like old magazines and stuff from my grandmother's house. I've got Mario Kart Monopoly, The Wolf of Wall Street, which is a crazy book if you've never read it. And the movie I personally think is better, but that's okay. Photograph books. I like studying how to do photograph stuff and stuff with directing. Frank Sinatra is probably my favorite artist of all time, closely followed by Elvis. Even though I listen to more other artists more, I just think those two are the best. And I got some Sinatra there and some Elvis there. And Sinatra on CD. Got a few CDs here. One of my favorite movies of all time. I think I reviewed it a long time ago on my channel. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Great soundtrack. It was one of the highest selling soundtracks for a movie ever. So, you know, it's kind of cool. That's all I got. Oh yeah, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Never heard this CD, but I picked it up because it's just cool, and I'm actually looking forward to Wonka at the end of this year. I have books in the back row. If I could remember, I literally never see those books. Will Smith made some music. I actually don't mind a couple of these songs, like Jiggy with It or whatever. Actually not a bad song. And neither is Miami. I don't respect what Will Smith did, but that's okay. Speaking of Will Smith, the Shark Tale soundtrack. I also picked this up and never listened to it. You can't tell me that's just not funny to own, though. Let's see. Some of this is probably political stuff. Shepherd Niles used to be a company nearby where my grandfather worked there. Most of my family worked there. Someone in my family drew that. I couldn't remember who, if I wanted to. Maybe my father. Here's a really old newspaper. You know, to me it's old. 1998. Yeah, old. What else we got here? This is gonna be a long vlog today. I'm gonna be real with you. But that's okay, because the other vlogs haven't been very long. More, you know, just old magazines and stuff like treasure hunts. My grandmother used to love stones and, you know, stone hunting and all that. Atari booklets. I actually do own an Atari. I gotta get stuff to actually use it, but Centipede. Or that's probably wrong. It's probably not Centipede, but an old booklet for Atari. I don't have the Atari 1050. I have the 6500, I think. Which probably to most people doesn't mean much. More old stuff here. I got lots of Atari magazines. Atari, NASCAR, Pontiac, NASCAR, old comics that there's probably stuff I can't show. I don't really know. I haven't read it. This is all from my grandmother's house. Atari, more really old comics. Something, space, coins, space, and snakes. That's quite the variety. Let's get the CDs out of my way here. The Avengers, Infinity War, Hero's Journey book. I have the other one, the Comic Quest, right back there. If you can see it, yeah, cool. Oh yeah, there's some. I think that's the whole collection of the old Minecraft books right there. Used to collect them when I was a little kid. True Grit is a wonderful movie. Haven't read the book though. Hey, old newspaper. Surprise, surprise. These are just political books here. Probably not going to go into that. There's a bunch of NASCAR stuff, signatures and everything. But yeah. Yeah. Cool stuff. Now all these books have to go back and hopefully fit back. You know how sometimes you take things out and then they don't fit back in the place where they originally were? That happens to me all too often. Like, for real. I doubt that's gonna fit like that. I don't want to crush things. We're just gonna do it the way I did before. I feel like I could even fit 4 there. Yep, I could fit 4 there and have to do 1 on top. These all have to go back on top. I'm gonna do that really quick. Not gonna go super in depth here because you guys have seen VHS tapes before. But I do have one TV show here, the original Office. I do have the first 5 seasons of the American Office on disc. I think those are in there though. The Godfather Part 1 and Part 2, they're so long they have to put them on double VHSs. Same thing with my 2 copies of Braveheart. Don't know why I have 2. Indiana Jones, I showed you guys this. I bought it at a rummage sale. It's sealed, and it's never going to be unsealed. It's just a cool thing to own for a movie collector. Never seen the Young Indiana Jones, like, mini-series or whatever. Maybe it's good. I haven't heard much about it. I did recently, but that's only because, the release of the new movie. There's also, I got the Star Wars trilogy somewhere back there. Yeah. You guys have seen VHSs before. I got a bunch of hats. I got hats over there, too. I love hats. If you're my friend, you probably know that. This is tech stuff. All tech stuff. Cases galore. Yeah, I know. Crazy. If I'm not mistaken, I got like 2 different boxes in my drawer. I keep my phone boxes. I'm sorry. It's just what I do. That's my newest part of the collection. I did do a couple of vlogs on this. It was all too baggy for my taste. Actually reminds me, I'm gonna put this piece of paper with the cover. They're broken now. I did get another pair, but actually Tozo T10s are actually great, like for budget earbuds. I know you're not here to like hear about earbuds, but I own a lot of stuff. Up and onward. My dresser. I am a fan of NASCAR. All my movies, I will someday go through all of these. Right now, I'm just going to show them like this. I know you can barely see them, but there's just so many. And it would take me an eternity to go all the way down through. The Blu-rays start down here. They're a whole separate collection from my DVDs. That's just how I like to do it. These ones got to be put in eventually. I literally have a Frank Sinatra like 6-movie collection when he was an actor. I have a mug, 2 of them actually, from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Wii games, I love the Wii. It's a great console. Nintendo knew what they were doing, and that's why they're still popular to this day. DS and 3DS, again, handheld console, great. 2 old PC games, Xbox, NASCAR, of course. PS2, even though I don't own one currently. Oh yeah, Gran Torino, one of my favorite movies of all time. Just got it on Blu-ray. I'm very happy about that. Iron Man 3, one of the biggest disappointments of all time. But it's a cool poster, nonetheless. We're not in Kansas anymore. Wizard of Oz, great plaque. Elvis Presley playing card type thing. Again, Elvis, one of the greatest of all time. Convince me otherwise. The Avengers Endgame poster. I liked this one, I guess, a tad more than the just default one. I love Ford's Sue Me. This is my dream car right here, a 2007 GT500. I will buy one someday, don't you worry. Syracuse Nationals, you guys saw my vlog from this year, 2023. Clint Eastwood, one of my biggest inspirations to be a director and an actor all at once. My Ford calendar, which is going to have to be flipped up very soon. Look at that beauty right there. Yes, the Trump bill. John Deere, I love John Deere as well. Ford, I love the South, I love palm trees. That's inspiration to where I want to live someday. Lincoln, wonderful movie. Godfather, wonderful movie. one of my dad's old drawings from like one of those stretch thingies. The 1,000 Islands, a place I've been, a thing that tells my passion of what I want to do. Minecraft, Mario, and here's my day-to-day setup, which you guys kind of saw. I use a PS4 Slim with a custom SSD as my daily. It's wonderful, it's fast, and it does everything I need to do. My PS3, still like it. GTA 5, I do own 2 copies of GTA 5 on the PS3, because the PS3 is very difficult when it comes to GTA 5. Even though that it's probably easier just to go with that for the PS4. By the way, I hate GameStop cases, I'm sorry. This looks so much better than that. Honestly. Coasters, I just grabbed these. I just cleaned the desk. I put glasses on here clearly. Yeah, that's pretty much the room tour. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be the vlog for today. Yes, it's long. I apologize. It's going to take a hefty minute to upload. I can tell you that much. I just wanted to show you guys my room. You know, you saw bits and pieces of it throughout this whole month. Why not just show it to you, alright? That's why we're here. It's a mess of a room, but it describes me in the best way I could describe myself. Which is great. See you all tomorrow. I know this technically isn't a throughout my day vlog, but I think it shows and does what I wanted to do.